So, guys, I like to come to you as many times a week as I can because I feel like this is a place where we hang out, quite frankly. I mean, we try to go over some news and we've got like minds with the MMA and some of the other stuff. But for the most part, this is a chance to say what's up to you guys. I go through the comment section. They're hilarious, right? I mean, I've got viewers that come here just to go to the comment section. Sometimes guys will post, I have not read his video yet. I just wanted to be the first to leave a comment. I mean, that's funny. But that also creates a community for us, right? I mean, in fairness, we all come here to hang out. So I do my part, which is to throw a topic out, and then you guys do your part, which is to weigh in on the topic. We all sit there and read. Okay, that's just what this is. Sometimes I feel like there's nothing to talk about, right? So this past week, I go to Vegas for the US Open. I have an incredible time. I mean, this is the finest wrestling, amateur wrestling that takes place in America on a yearly basis. It is the best of the best. But great time. I leave there. I go right to San Jose. San Jose, Fitch and McDonald fight. All hell breaks loose. I predicted this, by the way, that John Fitch could come in and ruin the party, of which he did. 2 judges call it a draw. 1 judge who actually could make a decision that night gave it to Fitch. The administrative rules, it goes to whoever had the which is a majority, draw. So no judges picked Rory. 1 judge picked Fitch, but Fitch doesn't leave with the championship. Now, that isn't to recap that fight or knock Rory or really even to compliment Fitch. It's a real quick vision of what happened there. I go back to the hotel, open up my app to ESPN, go to Plus, go watch Jacare get upset. By the way, Jack the Joker upsets Jacare. I mean, that's a huge deal. I really just outworked him. I mean, Jacare Souza is a tough night out. Any way you want to slice it, that's a tough night out. Jack got the jump on him, and this is a very meaningful thing. You guys know all of this. You watched the Fitch fight. You watched Ali Malay defend. You watched Jacare get beat. You don't give a damn about the US Open. I had a blast, but you guys don't give a damn. I've covered wrestling on here before. It bombs. You guys just know what you want to see. So I go to the airport this morning, and I'm completely jammed up, and I don't really know what happened. And it actually had to do with me going to Vegas. Somewhere because I went to Vegas, okay, on my own. I booked that myself. When Bellator booked me to go to San Jose, it was a round trip ticket. Well, because I was already in Vegas, I then had to make my own reservations to get into San Jose. But now I'm going to use the second leg of that round trip ticket to get home. At the counter this morning, I find out it doesn't work that way. If you do not board the flight for one of the legs, it voids out your entire itinerary, so I have no way to get home. Fine. Pay the money, buy my own ticket right there, race through security. I mean, it is a mad dash through security. The ticket gal, who did a fantastic job, she actually showed care in me, escorts me to security so I can go right up and show my ID and my ticket and slide in. Well, as soon as she turns around, somehow her escorting me offended TSA. I know that because 2 TSA officials have that conversation right in front of me. So to stick it in her ass for escorting me to the front for us being late, they then move my wife and I to the back. Okay. We get through. We're now running. We're running to the gate. They're paging us over the intercom. Jay Glazer's calling me because he's at the airport. He wants to let me know that they're looking for me. I'm headed to the plane. I make the plane. They inform me my bags will not make it. Figure that out when you get home. This whole big thing, I get on the plane, okay? My partner, Ryan. Ryan is a great guy, and Ryan is a great partner. Ryan is a stone cold dick when it comes to making these videos for you guys. I love to make them. I feel like we have a community here. Like we all get together and hang out. I really mean that very sincerely. But he cracks the whip so hard to get out and make these videos. So this is a Sunday, okay? I don't have a whole lot to talk about. And I have this same fight with Ryan all the time where I tell him, Ryan, I have no problem going to the studio. I have no problem doing my job and adding to our community. The problem is the topics have to be out there. I'm not a news creator. I know guys that are. I respect them, but that's a skill I really think they were born with. I don't have that skill. Somebody else creates the news. I come and share an opinion on what was created. That's what I do. And I think I might have had a skill for that, in fairness. But it's not the other way around. And this just wasn't one of these meaningful weekends, right? Connor's not throwing dollies at buses, and Ronda's not, getting ready to do whatever Ronda's doing, whatever it might be. But I mean, you guys know the difference, right? Mayweather's out there doing something. It wasn't one of those weekends. Everybody saw the Jacare fight. Everybody watched the Bellator fight. It was packed. It was fans everywhere. Ratings through the. Everybody saw it. There was no drama. There was nothing for me to talk about. So Ryan says, "Well, Chael, you're underselling yourself. People just love to hear you talk," which I don't think is true, by the way. I'm not saying that about myself. He says it's about me. Chael, people just they want to hear from you. They want to know what's going on. I tell them all the time, Ryan, sometimes there's just nothing to talk about. I need a story to break, and I will happily share my opinion with you once it breaks. And he goes, "Well, no, you need to steer the conversation. People look to you in this space. Go out and create a dialogue. Share an opinion on something." It's like, man, I hear what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you. And that would be really cool. And I've seen other guys do it. I think Joe Rogan deserves some credit for that. I think Joe Rogan is good at getting a conversation going. It's just not what I do. I share opinions on the topics that have already happened. Ryan says the numbers are going to be great. People are going to want to see it. And you guys have to understand, too, if you do business with YouTube, if you're in that business, you now essentially work for a computer. It's all an algorithm. Like, by example, if I had a dispute or a problem or a question, what are the rules of YouTube I wanted to figure out? There's nobody I can call. There's nobody that, "Hey, Steve, yeah, it's Chael over here, and I'm one of your content providers. I got a pretty big channel, and could you give me some advice on that?" It doesn't work that way. It's a computer. And if you start doing low numbers because you don't have a topic, the computer picks up on that. And all of a sudden your views don't go up. All of a sudden you don't get pushed. It's a really big deal that when you put out content that people want to see and that you get a good number. It's a major domino effect when you're doing the YouTube thing. It's a major domino effect. If your previous video just did great, your next one, it's going to do well. It's like a lead-in TV. There's some huge show, right? Seinfeld leads in. Whatever the next show is, whether it's worth a million people are watching or not, they are, because they're stuck around from Seinfeld. It's called a lead-in the business. When you have days that you don't have anything to talk about, in my opinion, you're best to just not sit down and record. Ryan says that you are. I don't know who's right. So here's the video about nothing, I guess similar to Seinfeld. You guys tell me, was this worth you watching?